when starting any project, sometimes the hardest part is just that first, like, what should we call it, right? Or the when you're writing a paper or you're choreographing a piece, sometimes it's the first move. Like, once you get through that, it's difficult. But the idea of Soundbox came because we wanted to be more than just a dance studio. We had a lot of friends that did everything, like music, producing, choreography, singing, dancing, right? So we wanted to not, I guess, corner ourselves to be, this is a dance studio.
Character that you want to from the song. Yeah, if y'all have any questions, just raise your hand and then I'll answer whatever you need, yeah? We're gonna start to the back. Say 5, 6, 7, 8. You're gonna hear uh-huh. I'm gonna go uh-huh. You're gonna turn to the front, and then you can melt out however you want, huh. Yes, you're gonna have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
So like, how did this all start? Like, what was like the founding people that were a part of the process, and like where did this like?
Yeah, for sure. So the team Wild Style, which is a big part of Soundbox, obviously that's pretty much where everything came from. There was three of us on the team, amongst a lot more, and basically we were all like post college. I don't know if I can say kids because we're like in our 20s already. But basically we're a dance team, hip hop dance team, and there was not a lot of that in Houston at the time. For adults, it was mostly like, the younger kids doing those kind of competitions, or you had to get into like breaking or like popping kind of crews, but like choreography, hip hop. We were Wild Style, and yeah, we just did it as a way to have something to do. It was our community of friends. It was our way to dance and to perform. One of our other friends had owned the studio, and then he moved. And then basically 3 older guys on the team, which are those guys right there, we decided to kind of sign a lease for our own, just so that our team could still keep practicing and performing, so Wild Style could basically stay alive. When I came in, Wild Style had been established. I'm not too familiar how much more before me. I think at least since 2003, so a good 5 years. But it wasn't the kind of Wild Style that it was when I joined. It was mostly like younger kids doing those kind of competitions. But they had an adult section too, adult team. But the studio we had, man, it was like the size of room, maybe 3/4 of room D, something like that. Yeah, and there was like 15 people on the team, maybe 25 at most. Maybe our smallest season was like 7 or something, 7 or 8. But the focus on that studio was just a place for us to practice, to come to rehearsal. There was a few classes here and there, but that wasn't the, I guess, MO of it. But I wasn't a part of that as a studio. I was just a dancer, but that was the original one. And then when we moved to Glenmont, which is the original, I guess, Soundbox Studios, that's when we decided to like think of ways to kind of create more business opportunities, like fulfill our class schedule, open it up more, start junior teams, add more teams, things like that. Just because we had a bigger space, so we need to fill it. For me, just as a dancer, when we would get people that we looked up to on YouTube to come teach, that was like, for me, I was like, oh wow, this is, these are my celebrities. So that was like already a big moment. But to feel like, okay, maybe people kind of know about us. We opened in 2010, 14, 13. That's when I would go to like Body Rock and people would know about us because of dance videos, because like Brian Puspos would teach and Chachi. So people would kind of recognize our studio a little bit. So like, oh, Houston Soundbox. I'm like, yeah. And then 2017, when we made the move to this location, that's when I felt like, oh, okay, people really do know about us, because now we started getting more international people, and they would say, oh yeah, people watch your videos out there, stuff like that. So yeah, I think just having these people come down from all different parts of the world and saying, oh yeah, people know about Soundbox just through our YouTube videos, I think that's when I felt like, okay, maybe, you know, we kind of have a name out there, because I guess the internet makes the world smaller, so to speak. You know, it connects someone who's a million miles away just through a YouTube video.